Hey y'all, it's your favorite cozy girl, Chi the Reality Queen, and I am back again with another edition of Robe Chronicles, where I talk about the reality shows I'm watching and you should be watching too. Today's episode is about Married at First Sight, Season 16, Nashville, Tennessee. So, if you've never seen Married at First Sight, it's pretty much what the name says. It's a show where experts, Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, set up five couples to be married sight unseen. This season, we have five couples. We have Gina and Clint. Gina is a 35-year-old hairstylist, and Clint is a 40-year-old sailor. We have Eris and Jasmine. Eris is a 39-year-old reformed playboy, I think, and Jasmine is a 32-year-old beauty queen. We have Shaquille and Kirsten. Shaquille is 31 and Kirsten is 32. We have Dominique and McKinley. McKinley is 34 and Dominique is 25. Yeah, 25. And lastly, we have Nicole and Chris. Chris is 36 and Nicole is 32. So when I first seen these couples, I was actually a little happy because I was glad that they got older people. I mean, if you're going to make a show about people getting married for the first time, please let them be marriage age. And this is not to say that people don't get married in their early 20s, but I mean, I've seen on all these reality shows, anytime they pick younger people, it just doesn't work out. They just aren't ready. And I seem to think it works on this show too. They just aren't ready. Clint and Gina. Gina is so beautiful. I think she's really pretty, really cute. She's a hairstylist. She describes herself as spontaneous, and I'm not quite sure why because she said she bought a trip to Italy and went in a 1 month. I think 1 month is an appropriate time to plan a trip. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I too am spontaneous, but 1 month is more than enough time to plan a solo trip to Italy. But she used that as her reason for being spontaneous. But she is opening up a brick and mortar hair salon. You do not solidify yourself to stay in one place for the next who knows how long if you're spontaneous. But whatever. I think that when they get these descriptions of these people, they should have their friends describe them, not them. Because I know I would describe myself as one thing, and my friends might describe me as something else. Um, Clint is a 40-year-old sailor. I think he does like regattas or something. He is a ginger, so I already have my biases about him. Oh, gingers. He's actually handsome though. So I think he's used to being a playboy. He's used to getting any girl he wants. He said he's okay with being a stay-at-home dad. He's okay with this girl making more money than him, which I think Gina probably makes a good amount of money if you're able to open up a brick and mortar hair salon. I know I'm not going to Gina for any haircuts and color anytime soon. Um, but I think that they seem like a pretty fun couple, and I'm actually really excited to see how they work out. I'll give you guys my opinions on if I think they're going to stay together or not on decision day. But for now, that's what I think about them. Jasmine and Eris. Eris calls himself like a former playboy. He used to, you know, date a lot of women and play them and break their hearts because at 28 some woman ghosted him that he liked and his ego couldn't handle it. And I feel like we've heard this story a lot with men, and I think he just needs to get over it. And I don't think he has yet. He said he's done all this self-healing and now at 39 he's ready to go, but I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it at all. I don't think he's ready for marriage. I think he's still a playboy. I mean, even in fact, him and Clint both had sex literally the day before they were told that they were going to get married in 2 weeks. And I'm not saying that that makes you not ready, but I am saying that shows you're a little bit more unready than the other people. Like, that's ridiculous. You had sex with someone else 2 weeks before your wedding day. And I know that you put into this hoping that you get picked and you don't know if you're going to get picked, but like, come on. Um, I just don't think he's ready. And then I also think that his type is going to be like really beautiful IG model type is what I think in his head he thinks he deserves. And Jasmine is actually a beautiful Black woman, but I don't think that she is his type. She's a beauty queen. She's beautiful. She's a cheer coach. She has a great body. But for some reason, this is just me, I feel like he is not going to find her as attractive as she maybe finds him. I'm not, this isn't to say he's so handsome, but he's an attractive guy. I think she's a beautiful woman, but I think she might find him attractive and he may not find her as attractive. Like he'll think she's pretty, of course, but he may not be attracted to her as much as she is to him. Um, I'm interested to see how it works. Again, like most couples, this is why I watch the show. I think that it's going to be a lot of drama because she's probably going to spend most of the season trying to be who he wants. That's just kind of what I see. And he's going to spend most of the season thinking that he's perfect and she needs to bend to his whim. Next, we have Dominique and McKinley. Oh my God. She's 25. She describes herself as an old soul. And since I've watched, I haven't seen anything that matches up to that description. She wants a GNO, girls' night out. She wants to be able to do that despite being married. And I think people should be able to go out with their girls and guys should be able to hang out with their guys, even though they're married. But I think she wants it a little bit more than what is necessary for a married couple. She hasn't really said that, but I'm convinced of it. We haven't seen it, but I just feel like that's going to be a point of contention this season. She's going to be wanting to hang out with her friends. Her friends are going to be calling her, and he's not going to like it. McKinley, on the other hand, I feel like he's a little boring. I don't know. I don't have any real thoughts about him. I just feel like he's a very middle of the road guy who's ready to have a middle of the road life with his middle of the road wife. Like that is all I see for him. He doesn't really have anything that I'm expecting of him just yet. So I don't know if I'm interested to see their part of the show, but we're going to see it anyways because it's part of the show. Next, we have Nicole and Chris. Let me start this off by saying any man who calls himself a nice guy, 9 times out of 10 is an asshole. They are not good people. They are scum of the earth, and no one would consider them to be nice. However, Chris is that 1 out of 10 that I actually believe is a nice guy. He just comes off as so nice, so agreeable. And I'm actually a little worried because Nicole seems like a firecracker. She seems spunky. She's half Italian, half Jewish, and she seems like she's going to eat him alive. I hope not, but I think she is. I really want them to be that perfect yin and yang couple and come together. But I foresee a lot of arguments, and not arguments of like someone's doing something wrong, but more so arguments where she's just upset that she can't read him because it seems like he just says yes to everything and he's doing whatever she wants and she doesn't feel like he has an opinion. And I feel like that's going to bother her and she's going to want to pull from him to be his own person. And he's just going to be like, yes, babe, sounds great. Can't wait. And that's going to piss her the F off. But we'll see. I'm actually excited because I really want that couple to work. And last, we have Shaquille and Kirsten. Well, I think this is a couple that on paper might be perfect. She wants a really educated, God-fearing, traditional type husband. He wants an educated, hardworking, God-fearing type of wife. And boom, they match them. However, I just feel like, much like I said about Jasmine and Aris, Kirsten has talked about looks a lot, and despite Shaquille being a handsome man to some, I don't think he's going to be a handsome man to her. I'm not saying he's ugly. I think his looks are perfectly fine. I just don't think she is going to find him to be as handsome as he finds her to be pretty. Because Kirsten is a natural beauty. She is gorgeous. He is going to love her. I just don't think she's gonna feel the same. Ugh, I hate it, but I don't think so. I think she's going to like him. I think he's a very confident guy. He seems very fun. He seems like somebody that she would like to be around and hang out with. And I think she's the person she should date. He is the person she should date. But I don't know if she'll get over her lack of attraction for him. I just don't know. And we'll have to see. It's really interesting because I think his confidence may bring her into the fold, but who knows? I mean, we already got a sneak peek at the next episode, and she won't even kiss him on the lips. And I'm not saying that's bad because obviously it's a stranger, you're just meeting him, and then you're told to kiss him in front of your whole family after you get married. It's a little awkward. So I'm not like against her not wanting to kiss him, but the way she turned the cheek was like, "Ooh, you're not cute. Here's my cheek." Like it wasn't like, had Idris Elba been at the end of that altar, had Trevante Rhodes been at the end of that altar, had Tyson Beckford been at the end of that altar, I think he would have gotten one on the lips. But I just think that he's not her type. But I have hope. As for my decision day predictions, I think that, let's start with who I ended with. I think Shaquille and Kirsten will say no. I don't think she's going to be able to get past the lack of attraction, although I hope she will, but I just don't see it. I think he will say yes. I think he would have found her to be lovely. I just don't think it's going to work. Chris and Nicole, really excited about this couple. I don't know how it's going to work out. I really, really don't. But at least on decision day, I think they'll both say yes. I think Kristen, I mean, I said Kristen. I think Nicole will just kind of be happy to have someone who's agreeable. And I think Chris will be happy to have someone who kind of pulls him out of his shell. And I hope that's how it works for them. And I see them both saying yes. Dominique and McKinley. Oh, okay. So I said I wasn't going to talk past decision day, but I think they will say yes on the decision day. But I do not think that couple will last. I have no hopes for that couple at all. But I feel like because McKinley seems so like, "Oh, I just want to get married. So whoever is fine, he'll say yes." And she'll say yes because she thinks she's this old soul that needs to be married. But I don't see it for them. I just don't. But decision day, definitely two yeses. Jasmine and Eris, another no. I think that Jasmine, like I said, she's going to spend all season trying to be the perfect girl for Eris. And at the end, she's going to choose herself. She's going to say no. Eris is going to see that he had the perfect girl all along, and he's going to say yes. And that's how I think it's going to end. But I don't think they're going to be together on decision day. Clint and Gina, I feel like this is going to be just a couple that fights a lot. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it for them. I want them to work. I think they should work. I just think that they're going to fight a lot. But for some reason, decision day, they're both going to say yes. That's where I'm at right now. Now, we obviously have to go through the season. I have to see how they interact. These are just my first predictions with no idea of how they interact with each other. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I guess after we see how they interact, after they get married, I'll be able to make maybe more accurate predictions. But stick around, come back next week. I'll make another video. I'll do another recap, and you guys can chill with your favorite cozy girl, Chi the Reality Queen, again. See you next time.